leaders. They're rarely the loudest. They don't dominate conversations. They don't rush to prove anything. And yet, when they speak, the room changes. Have you noticed that? If leadership was really about confidence, charisma, or control, then the loudest people should always win. But they don't. So here's the uncomfortable question most leadership advice avoids. Why do people who talk less often hold more power? And why do leaders who try the hardest to control everything end up losing influence? Before you answer that, ask yourself this: what if everything you've been taught about leadership is pointing you in the wrong direction? Most people assume quiet leaders are calm because they're introverted. That's a comforting explanation. And it's wrong. Because plenty of introverts panic under pressure, and plenty of loud leaders are deeply insecure. So silence isn't the cause. Something else is happening beneath the surface. Think about the leaders who interrupt constantly, who over-explain, who micromanage every detail. Why do they do that? Is it confidence? Or is it something else trying to protect itself? Here's the part most people miss. The more someone needs to control the room, the less control they have inside themselves. And that raises a more dangerous question. If leadership isn't about personality, then what exactly separates the leaders who command respect from the ones people quietly resist? Imagine the mind as an operating system. Most leaders never upgrade it. They just keep adding more tools on top of broken code. Here's the bug. For most people, ego and emotion are fused together. So when something goes wrong, it doesn't feel like feedback. It feels like a threat. And when the system detects a threat, it doesn't respond. It reacts. Defensiveness, control, aggression disguised as authority. This is why loud leadership feels forceful but fragile. Now compare that to a leader running a different OS. Same pressure, same criticism, same chaos, but the reaction doesn't come immediately. There's a pause, and in that pause, something critical happens. The emotion is felt, but not obeyed. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Quiet leaders aren't passive. They're regulated. And regulation is power most people never train. But what does that look like in the real world? And why does it change everything about how teams behave? Look at any toxic workplace. You'll find the same patterns. Leaders who hover, who double-check everything, who don't trust decisions unless they made them. People stop speaking up. Creativity dies quietly. Smart employees learn to stay invisible. Not because they don't care, because the system punishes clarity. Now compare that to environments led by regulated leaders. They don't need to dominate. Their calm creates space. People think more clearly, think more honestly, take responsibility without being forced. Here's the paradox most leaders never accept. Control creates compliance. Safety creates intelligence. And that leads to a question most leaders avoid asking. Are you building a system that looks productive, or one that actually thinks? Quiet power isn't about being soft. It's about being untriggerable. It's the ability to stay clear when everything around you is noisy. To make decisions without your ego demanding protection. This is why the strongest leaders don't chase authority. They become trustworthy. And trust creates leverage no title ever could. So the real question isn't, are you confident enough to lead? It's this: what happens inside you when things don't go your way? Because that moment, not your personality, is where leadership is decided.